I've been waiting for almost a year, give or take a few days, to share this festive rice recipe. I made this for Christmas last year and it was a hit. And I said, you know what, I need to share this on the channel. So here is the recipe as promised. And I know usually I would say, this recipe requires simple ingredients, few ingredients. Yes, the ingredients, fairly simple to come by, but it's not few. We have a good bit of ingredients here. We have some sage, and this herb that I like to use, but we don't get to use it often. It's Christmas time, and you can get sage in the market, so we're going in with some sage, have some fine thyme as well, green and red sweet peppers up in there, handful of pimento as well. We're going to be infusing some nice spice flavors into the rice, so I have some cinnamon, I have some star anise and bay leaf here. It's a festive rice, so I'm using purple onion instead of the regular ones, but of course you could use your regular yellow onion if you want. Garlic is a must. I have a carrot in there for nice flavor and texture. Some other spices I'm using in there as well is some turmeric for color as well as flavor, and some cardamom powder is a real nice spice to use in rice. We have some pecans in this recipe as well, but if you want you could use walnuts, Brazilian nuts, almonds, cashews, anything that you want to use, but I'm using pecans today. And the secret to this recipe is having some nice citrus flavor inside there. So I'm going in with some lemon zest as well as the Angostura Orange Bitters. I'm going to add some real nice citrus notes to this rice. And while we're here, let me discuss something that I think needs to be mentioned. Festive rice need to have some kind of dried fruit in it. Whether it's dried cranberries like I have here, raisins, sultanas, whatever the case may be. A festive rice for me is not a festive rice without some kind of dried fruit in it. That is the festivity in the festive rice. If you're making a festive rice without this, then to me you're just making a rice cook-up. That's not festive. That's like everybody at the party singing happy birthday and you just there in the corner not singing, hoping, nobody even realize that you ain't singing happy birthday. That's not festive. You gotta join in the celebration, and this dried fruit, that is a celebration here. That is what does make a festive rice festive for me. Other than that, you're just making, a pilaf. So yeah, let me get into this. So the first thing we want to do is cook our rice, and I have 3.5 cups of long grain parboiled rice here. So going in with that, and I did wash the rice because I wanted to get some of the starch off of it. We don't want this to be a starchy, sappy or pappy rice. We want it nice, grainy, but well cooked. Add in 3.5 cups of water. And now going in with my bay leaf, cinnamon, and star anise. So to cook the rice, you want to bring it up to a simmer on medium-high heat, and then turn it right down to the lowest. And now you want to cover it and allow it to steam. Now you realize that I didn't add any salt to this because I want to control the amount of salt that I add to the dish during the cooking process. So don't salt it at this time, it'll be fine. So you want to cover this and allow it to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes or so until the rice is tender. And in the meantime, let's prep our other ingredients. And you want to try and cut all the aromatics to be around the same size. And we're also using the zest of a lemon in there, not the juice, just the zest. And the zest has all the oils and intense citrus flavor there. So you're just using the box grater and zesting it. And you don't want to go too deep because if you go into the white part of the skin, it will get bitter. And we don't want that. So we just want just the outer layer of the skin. 10 minutes later, and our rice is done. Toss it up a bit. Loosen the grains. So we have our rice finished. We have all our ingredients prepped. So now let's move on to the next step of the cooking process. So I have my pot on a medium flame, going in with a couple of tablespoons of oil, adding our onions, carrots, pimentos, a tablespoon of minced ginger. Just gonna give this a toss. Going in with a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of MSG. If you don't want to use the MSG, leave it out. Tablespoon of garlic. Now I add in the sage, thyme, dried cranberries, now I want to add a teaspoon of the lemon zest. Add in our sweet peppers, turmeric powder, cardamom powder, and now a couple liberal dashes of the Angostura Orange Bitters. That's going to add some nice citrus flavor. Going in with our chopped pecans. Now I want to add the rice back to the dish. I'm just going to add half of it. Give it a toss. Now you want all the ingredients evenly distributed in the rice. At this point I want to turn off my heat and just continue to incorporate the rice with the aromatics. So now I just want to finish off with another tablespoon of the lemon zest, salt to taste, and a little black pepper. Also add in a little bit of sesame oil to finish. And that's it there. Our festive rice is done, and I must say we are looking very festive. So now I just want to go in for a taste. Quality control. It have a reason to call this festive rice. It is the perfect description because it literally like a party in your mouth when you take a spoonful of this. There's so much going on, but nothing overwhelming, nothing overshadowing the other thing. You have all the aromatics, you know, the onion, the garlic, ginger, pimento, but you also have the spice, subtle hint of the cardamom and the star anise, the bay leaf and the cinnamon in there. And then the citrus inside there is really the thing that kind of just brings it to life. You have the lemon zest, but also the Angostura Orange Bitters. It just gives me a nice round, I almost want to say mellow, because you know you think citrus and you're thinking like, you know, it's just gonna jump out and just kind of overpower everything, but nah, it kind of mellow in there as a kind of undertone. And of course we have different textures in there as well. We have the sweet peppers, we have the chopped pecans, and we have, for that very festive aspect of the festive rice, our dried fruit inside there. For me is a must. So I really do hope that you try this recipe because it really is a real delicious festive rice, and this will pair very well with that lamb recipe that I did the other day. So I urge you to try this one. This one is a real nice one. Special thanks to Angostura Orange Bitters for sponsoring this episode. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and give it a share. If you do try the recipe, let me know in the comments how it turned out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.